Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Platinuming series, where we are currently working on all God of Wars leading up to Ragnarok. This is God of War 2, the sequel to God of War 1. Pretty self-explanatory. Let's get right into it with our first trophy here. Right as you control Kratos, you can actually get this trophy, which is very interesting, because usually these trophies you can get after the game, in most of the God of Wars, or halfway through the game with a little trick, but literally, right as you start controlling Kratos, just start spamming Poseidon's Rage or Poseidon's Magic that you get in the first game to get your combo trophy for the game. There's only one in this game compared to a lot of the other games which have like two combo trophies, and this one's for getting 500. It's about to pop up. There we go. And that's called Supersized, which is a bronze trophy, giving us our first trophy. Hopping into the second one a little bit later on. Finishing up the little first tutorial area, we just lost all our magic, all our items, all our health, just everything. We're in the bins right now. Like, wow, Kratos just was a god, and now he just fell back to immortal with absolutely nothing in this game. But this trophy is a story-based trophy called Resurrection, and that's for climbing from the pit of Hades right there. As you can see, I'm gonna do my spinny spin. Right after that, we take control of the Pegasus, and later on, after a little bit of combat with the Pegasus, fighting other enemies, we come across Typhoon, however you want to say his name, and we're in his little cave here, riding on Pegasus. So, I was gonna try something new with this video. I wanted to look up facts, just talk about the game and interesting facts about the game while we go through these trophies. However, there are like no websites with facts about God of War 2 because they're all about God of War 2018, which is kind of annoying. But we get our trophy there. Death from Above 2009, defeat the Dark Rider for the first time. And here we are outside of that little cave trying to free our little Pegasus friend, beating up this Minotaur. Yeah, that didn't really work out. So this video is a little bit longer than my other ones. It's like 20 minutes, 21 minutes around there, for 35 trophies, which is actually less than most of the other God of War games, which is 36. So I guess that's a fun fact. 35 trophies. I think there's 35 in like one or two other ones, but there's 36. That trophy's called Hitting Your Stride. That's for powering up any item. Almost impossible to miss unless you're going for like a challenge run, which would be stupid in this game, because this game can be tricky at times. Definitely tricky at times, especially with some of the bosses and some of the areas. But here we're at Typhon, about to get our first little magical item from him. We knock over that little rock there so you can climb up. Try not to get thrown off by his magical breath. And you'll have a few quick time events here. Maybe, I don't know. Do you have quick time events here? Maybe you just push one button. Okay, I think you just push one button. And that one's called Breaking Wind. That's for acquiring Typhon's Bane. So, now we're back outside the cave yet again, to get our next trophy, which is... There's a lot of trophies in this game with very interesting, like, names. If you couldn't tell from the last one, Breaking Wind, that one's, yeah, funny. But this one's called Big Tough Buff and Rough. And that's for acquiring the Rage of the Titans, and now we are here beating up our first main boss, I would say. There's two other bosses before him, but he's like the actual first boss you really do fight. And he is, of course, Theseus, if you couldn't tell. Just stabbed him there. Took his key, and then we're just gonna... Yeah, we're gonna give him some taps on the face there. And now he's dead. The bosses in this game are pretty good. I don't think they're as good as Ghost of Sparta, though. I don't think they're bad, but they're not anything crazy. They're good. That trophy's the boss batch 1. There's 3 boss batches in total. First boss batch is for killing the Colossus of Rhodes, the Dark Rider, and Theseus. The second boss batch will come quite a bit later on, a few trophies down the road. Yeah, this game isn't too hard. Like overall, there's some tough bosses, some tough areas, but overall, there's not much to like struggle over in this game. And if you do, it'll probably be near the end. There's a few like gauntlets near the end, a few tough bosses near the end. If you play on easy mode, it shouldn't be hard at all on easy mode. On normal mode, I played it on my original playthrough, so go check that out on my YouTube channel. I played through it for my first time ever and recorded it on my YouTube. And I struggled with the final few areas. There was a few puzzles that were very, very hard. Not just because of you had to figure out the puzzle, but because of how many enemies were stopping you from doing those puzzles. And there's a few puzzles that were confusing just by itself. No enemies that there was one puzzle that didn't really work. You had to position something like perfectly so it would stop a door from closing all the way. And I tried doing that. As soon as I saw the puzzle, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try that first. It didn't work, so then I got super, super confused. It stuck on it for like 30 minutes, then I tried it again, and I got it. And that trophy's called Blue Balls. Acquire Cronus's Rage. Lots of funny names. Lots of funny names. But yeah, if you ever stuck on a trophy, or not a trophy, but a puzzle, just look it up. I've learned. I've looked up. I looked up a few things in this game. It's not worth getting annoyed or getting mad over or trying to prove something that you can solve puzzles when you could just look it up and save some time. Because time isn't money, that's for sure. That's something I've always believed in. Time isn't money, especially in gaming. You don't want to waste time in games. Like it's the worst thing to waste time in is games, I think, because it literally doesn't do anything. But yeah, that trophy, whip it good. And that's for whipping the seeds of time. The steeds of time, excuse me. Now we're quite a bit later on in the game. This is quite a few areas down the road, actually. Kind of a dry spot in this game for trophies. Don't get many. But yeah, as I was saying, just you waste time in games. That's stupid. You waste time on something that's actually productive, then, it's respectable. But, just look it up. That trophy is called Lift With Your Knees, and that's for toppling the temple in the Bog of the Forgotten. Yeah, once we get into God of War 2018, I'll do those fun facts for the games, and hopefully games after that, because I would love to do that. Or if you guys have any fun facts for God of War 3, which is coming out next week, let me know. I will add those. I will talk about them. And that trophy is called Shiner. Acquired the Golden Fleece. As you can see, I'm kind of showing it off there. And now we actually have to backtrack and go through a huge puzzle again. And just to get this next trophy, now that we have our Golden Fleece, we can come back to this little conveyor belt and open these chests, and we'll get a Gorgon Eye right there, which will give us, I can't believe it, which is collect all the Gorgon Eyes. And now we're just in the same area, back at the front of this little temple, the Temple of Uriel. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Uriel, I don't know. And we shine with our Golden Fleece there, deflect the little beams to get our next trophy, which is called Shine King. Open the door to the Temple of Uriel. And our next trophy here, we're fighting a boss, which isn't the best boss. It's like a reskin boss that's just bigger and more annoying. Not more annoying, it's harder with special moves, but it has a lot of the same moves from regular Gorgons. But we get this trophy for getting the head of Uriel. I'm saying Uriel so many more times, and I'm going to have to say it again once more for the next trophy. But that trophy is called Rock Their World. Kind of funny joke there. And this next trophy, we're fighting such an amazing boss. It's so good. If you've ever fought in Priscilla from Dark Souls 1, or like that Shadow, what's his name? The Shadow boss, mini-boss in Elden Ring, where you can only see him when he's walking on the water. It's kind of like that, but that's Perseus. This is Perseus that we just killed there. And we got a shield of just Perseus. Wow, pretty. I didn't know that's what it was called, but that's what it's called. That's boss batch 2. That's for killing the Barbarian King, Uriel, and Perseus. And in this trophy, my first time I went through this area, I had no problem with this little swinging section. But this time, it took me like 10 attempts. I don't know why I was struggling so hard. I think I was just going too fast and wasn't really paying attention, taking my time. But I was starting to get annoyed when I finally got it here. As you can see, I almost missed it there because I was getting impatient, but I fixed my mistake, and we finished that little swinging area. And that trophy's called Swinger. Cross the collapsing grapple bridge. And now we're under the ground, next to Atlas, big boy Atlas, who we actually trapped in Ascension. No, it wasn't Ascension. Chains of Olympus. We trapped him there after he after he was freed from Persephone to destroy the world, basically. But he's still chained there. He's actually going to help us out in this game, which is kind of interesting. That we're the reason he's chained there now, and his plan didn't work, but he's going to help us and give us an item later on. Kind of weird, but I guess it's cool. He kind of looks funny. Look at his eyes. It just looks funny. I don't know how he doesn't see us here, but he doesn't. But yeah, that trophy is called Learning to Fly, and that's for acquiring the Icarus wings. Icarus flew too close to the sun there, or I guess I should say, he flew too close to Kratos, so he got his wings ripped off of him and stolen. But yeah, now we're inside Atlas, which is kind of disgusting, and for some reason he has a lot of chests inside of him. I don't know what he's been eating, but yeah, that trophy is called Go Make a Pillow. That's for collecting all the phoenix feathers, so now our magic is maxed out. Now we're fighting a kind of like mini boss here, which is really weird because this guy you see multiple times throughout the game, but in this section it's really weird. He just has new moves for some reason. They made him a mini boss, and I don't know. I don't dig it. I don't like reskins really. I mean, it's not the worst thing they could have reskinned, but they could have made the boss or the mini boss a little bit more unique, you know. Um, that's called Rock Hard. Defeat the Titan Minotaur inside Atlas. And this is where Atlas is going to help us. He just gave us a very long cutscene talking about the Titans and all that good stuff and their history, and I don't remember really. I'm making this up. I think it's about that though. But he gives us the Atlas Quake, which we get a trophy for, and that's called Shaky Ground, another bronze trophy. Here we are outside of one of the final area, I would say, the last like big final area, trying to fight our way in. So we gotta obviously kill all the guards out front before they'll allow us in. We kill the Cyclops, and we just gotta kill this little, I don't even know what that is, little monster. I don't know what those are. They're not minotaurs, they're no dwarves. I guess you can call them dwarves. I don't know, they're definitely not dwarves, because, I don't know. Look it up if you really want to know, but you get a trophy for just beating them. That's called the Pick on the Little Guy. Picking on the Little Guy. Win the battle outside of the Palace of the Fates. That's a mouthful. And this puzzle I was also stuck on for quite a while on my original playthrough. If you want to go check out that video. It's the final one in my God of War 2 playlist, or just scroll back and see when I put the finale in my in my title for God of War 2. But that's for solving the puzzle, the trophy. It's called What You Got on the Hot Plate, Solve the Riddle, the Fire Phoenix Statue. And this next one is a fairly easy one. I don't even think you need to get it in the main game. I think you can get it after you beat the game in the Titans, or the challenges of the Titans. But I decided that I would try and just get it done with before that, so it's very simple, very easy. I would just recommend doing it in the main game to get it out of your way. And that's for just turning, I don't want to say stoning people because that sounds weird, for putting enemies to stone, turning them to stone, and then shattering them, and that's called Stoner. 30 enemies, I don't know if I said that, you have to do that to 30 enemies. And now this next one also has, these next 3 trophy names are quite interesting. Yeah, this first one, we're trying to get this guy to read the book so we can continue on our way to the Fates temple.
No, Kratos. This will be the end of us all.
So actually, when I said earlier that we were battling to get... Wait. Sorry, I think I'm mixed up now. I think I'm mixed up with some of these trophies.
I give my blood.
Now, I'm confusing myself because picking on the little guy I thought was a little bit later on in the game, but... I guess not. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe my clips are all out of order. Who knows? Not all of them. Just that one. That's weird. So I could have sworn that one was a little bit later on. Anyways, that trophy's called Spread 'em. Open the wings of the Temple of the Fates. Well, I guess Temple and Palace of the Fates. I guess that's why I was confused. I don't think they're out of order then. I think I just was confusing myself with the names of these places. Because they're very similar, but it's fine. We got it. We're good. Um, Randomly just going to pause there and upgrade. Come on, upgrade it. Don't just stand there. There you go. Upgrading Cronus' Rage to the max level, which another reoccurring trophy. Max out everything in the game. And we got a trophy there called Blow in Your Wad. Maxed out all weapons and magic. Quite simple if you just follow a guide to get all the chests and the organize and all that. And yeah, you'll have it way before the game is over. So just do that. I think you can also do that one after the game, if I'm not mistaken. In the Titans, the challenges of the Titans, but I'm not sure. That trophy's called, you know, the Germans make good stuff. I don't know why, but yeah. And that one's for collecting all Uber chests, which that gives you upgrades to. There's 3 of them. One gives you an upgrade to your health, magic, and then the last one gives you a bunch of red orbs. So, experience, basically. And here we are. We're gonna blow this horn. And there's the Phoenix that we just helped escape from the Palace of the Fates, not the Temple of the Fates, the Palace. Now it's called Rise and Shine in all capitals. That's just for awakening the Phoenix. Now we're just getting pummeled by these Cyclopses. Trying to beat up these Cyclops. This is one of the harder places in the game, because you can get killed really easily. A section right before this one, you can get turned to stone and then get killed instantly, because if you get turned to stone and get hit once, you die instantly. So you gotta be careful in this one, because you actually have to go really, really fast while fighting these dudes to get the trophy. That trophy's called 15-minute fight scene. That's for battling your way to the Loom Chamber in under 10 minutes. This next trophy is our final boss batch trophy. As you can see, we're fighting this very beautiful boss. And once we kill her, we'll actually get our final trophy. I'll tell you this real quick. I swear I just, like, felt something on my neck. I thought it was like a bug or a spider. I don't know what just happened. So that's why I've been, like, really quiet these last few trophies. I'm like, what is that? And I was debating, like, pausing the, like, the voiceover. But I'm like, no, we'll just go. We'll get this done. Anyways, the Boss Batch 3 trophy, I'll quickly say, was for killing the Kraken, all 3 Sisters of the Fates. And now we here are at the end, fighting the final boss. Of course, Zeus, our father, who we actually travel back in time, spoilers, to kill, because he turns us into a mortal and betrays us. So we have to go back in time to get our power back, and boom, 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 we finally stab him with the Blade of Olympus. Athena comes out and tries to stop us, but unfortunately we do not let her, so we end up killing her. But that one's for defeating Zeus, and that's called Daddy Issues. And now our trophy for beating the game, The End Begins, which is the text on the screen. It's actually the name of the next trophy as well. I don't know why I left this clip so long. My brain sometimes just doesn't work. I guess I just wanted everyone to see the end little thing there. The end begins. Beat the game on any difficulty. You don't need to play on normal, hard. You can just play it on easy to get the trophy, which is very, very nice. I love just playing on easy and just breezing through the game and having fun with it. Now we're in the Challenges of the Titans, right? Yeah. Sometimes they're called the Challenges of the Gods, sometimes they're called the Challenge of the Titans. It's random. It's different for each game. Um, these ones weren't too hard. I think there was one that was really, really hard, and I think that was either 2 or 3 or something like that. But the rest were easy. Bleeding Thumbs is the trophy, and that's for beating the game or beating the Challenge of the Titans. I'm getting mixed up on my trophies now. This next one, I'm not even sure if you can get in the main game. I think, but it's really quick and simple to get in. Challenge of the Titans. Once you grab out his eye, you've collected 20 Cyclops eyes. Bonus costume unlocked. Yay. And that's the trophy. Ice or collect 20 Cyclops eyes. Pretty simple. Just do it on the Challenge of the Titans and you'll be good. You'll have it in no time. And now we actually had to start a new game on easy mode, and we had to turn on the Urns of Power. As you can see here, I'm reading through all these because I'm like, what do these all do? And they're pretty cool. I love when games add cheats like this in, and it's fun going through the game again and just wrecking everything. I'm in my normal outfit as Kratos, as you can see, and we're finishing up our last trophy there. Boom. Feel the urn. Collect and use at least 2 urns of power and Trophy of Gaia, our platinum trophy. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe. Stay tuned for next week's God of War 3 Platinum and my playthrough videos. I upload daily, hopefully. Try to, at least. Sometimes every other day. It depends what I'm feeling like, you know. But yeah, like if you want. And yeah, have a great day, guys.